Okay, let's get through the lineup. So starting Phil and goal, Dom right back, Matt, Z and Marley are centre backs, Leo is our left back, Gabriel and George are our 2 number 6s, Ben's our 10, Cyrell right wing, Jake number 9, Matt left wing. So we've got Tide, Leon, Lewis and Ricardo on the bench. Okay. Key points for today. Go through them.
Which one is it?
So the big thing for me is about our phase 1 and phase 2 in terms of our defence. Okay. So last week we were too slow with Rockingham. That gave them way too much time on the ball, and then they punished us after a few minutes and we threw them out. Can't afford that against phase 4. You can't allow them to have time on the ball and to dictate the terms. Okay, so we need to be making sure we're closing down. So just refreshing in terms of our phase of play. Go this way. So first phase is in terms of when the ball's up the field. Okay, and we're looking to funnel the ball into the middle. So Matt, Jake, Cyrell, you have to be working over 3. Okay. So what I don't want to see, if the ball's on this side, Cyrell, you're not out here marking the fullback because that's not helpful. Okay. You're in close. Jake is pushing in here. Matt is funneling in, and we want the ball to come in to the number 6. Ben's there, George, Gabe's there, and we're nice and compact. Okay. So that's there. We're trying to take away the opportunities to switch the ball. So that's where Jake and Cyrell, your positioning is really, really important, and Matt as well, so that we're getting into there. This is the danger area that we want. Okay? You can only ever go back in this area, and cues the press. Poor touch, facing the wrong way, it's gone back from where it's come from. Okay? The other thing we've also talked about is if they're getting their heads up, we need to close the space, get his head down again, make them make that shorter pass, play it on our terms. We don't want them dictating him the ball diagonally over the top. If we're not going to get there in time, we all need to drop off. Okay? Phase 2, that's when we're deeper. We're asking our wingers to come in, clear 2 banks of 4, Jake and Ben is our front 2, okay? And now we're compacting the play. This is the key though here. We're not allowing gaps. So George and Gabe are not allowing gaps to play through to their number 10 or their number 9 to play in between the lines. So we're nice and compact in terms of our narrow. Leo?
Yes.
Narrow. Okay. The ball comes out wide to the wing. We all shift across, using the back post as a reference point. Okay. The Esther will be 1 free out this side, but he's got to hit 60 odd metre pass under pressure. And I'm confident we can travel as the ball's travelling to get across. Okay? So there's always going to be space. It's where we dictate the space will be is the issue. Yes? Okay. So not allowing players in behind, we're not allowing them to go through us, we're only allowing to go around. Okay? If the ball switches back out and they quickly get out this side, we might need our winger to come and put the pressure on, and then Ben or Jake, whoever's in, just reforms back into that little 4. That way we're not asking too much of those guys to do side-to-side sprinting. Okay? It's communication. Yes? Okay. In possession, rest defence. Really, really important, Gabe, George, that we've got that rest defence playing when we're in possession. Ideally, at least one of you is holding in the 6, okay? And then we talked about the opposite role, the roles of the opposite fullback and winger. So Cyrell's got the ball here. Obviously, Dom is now starting to come up to give a bit more width. Then we need the opposite fullback, which is Leo, starting to tuck in. And the opposite winger coming in closer as a second striker. Okay? Particularly on this field, because it's so large, we don't have the leg power to switch like that As the ball travels, you then start to pull out, Matt and Cyrell. Okay? And the same with our fullbacks, Leo and Dom. Depending on the side, you're coming out, you're coming back in. You're constantly regaining your shape. Alright? It's communication, Marley and Matt. Communicating to your fullbacks what you want to see from them. Communicating to your two midfielders in front of you. Okay? You have to be talking. Phil, you can see the whole pitch. You must be communicating as well. Alright? Transition. Again, we talked about this with Serena. It's the key to the game, right? It's how quickly, if we lose the ball, can we regain it? Or do we delay? Alright? Regain or delay. So if we're out of position, we must delay. If we have an opportunity where it's really close and we can quickly regain it, let's do that. You don't always have to go forward. So if it's in the middle of the park, maybe you want to just pass the ball around. If it's in our front third, can we go quickly? Alright? Big thing for me today, communication. We spoke about it all week. Communicating across the line. Okay? And I don't want to give up easy shots. We're conceding goals too easily because we're conceding easy possession in and around the box and not closing down quickly enough. Alright? And Jake, and Matt, and Cyrell, and Ben, and George, and Gabe, let's take our opportunities today. Right? Shoot on target, follow the ball in. It's wet on the ground, right? It's dewy, the ball skips. If you hit the ball low, it picks up pace. Good chance the goalkeeper will fumble it, we'll take a tap in. Okay? I want emergency defending though in the back line. I don't want any shots on target. Okay? If they're taking their shots from 30 yards, excellent. Alright? He hits the top right hand corner from 30 yards, okay, bad luck. He gets a shot from 8 yards, I'm annoyed. Does that make sense? Yep. Alright. From the get-go, placing pressure on the ball carrier. Doesn't mean you're flying in, it means you're closing the space quickly on their first touch. So as the ball travels, can we close the space? Put these guys under pressure, we're in the game. Yeah? Alright, off we go.
Step one.